that's probably the reason the video is a bit jerky, because we're Skyping as well as Google Hangouting. We've actually got 2 live video streams.
So is John
going.
seeing that?
Did they,
I see.
did they give you a link to the video stream?
Nope.
So John should be able to identify it by shared space skies.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, probably turn off all that other shared stuff. So.
Yeah, that's
What
true.
did you call it? Or
I called it shared. I think I called
Shared
it
space, wasn't it?
shared space skies. This one's called.
Got a space in it.
Yeah. Probably should have called it Brad's Misadventure or something like that. It would be much more unique.
Yeah. Let's see here. I have well, I got a lot of stuff, but not you.
Right. Oh well, I'm not unhappy with that, John. But never mind.
Yeah, that's good.
And then I'm obviously not broadcasting like the Kardashians. Details of my private life or work life across the world. Anyway, what do I do?
There should be, yes, that you're actually doing a broadcast somewhere. There should be a short YouTube link to it.
Right.
See that person up there, Brad, near the microphone below where you are?
Yeah.
On the left hand. See the red phone on the other side of that?
Just there.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if I can give John the URL here.
That's what I was. See, there's a person there. I wonder if it's there.
Okay, so here we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do, John, is there's the link I've got at the top of my web page.
All right.
I don't know if that actually helps.
Yeah, it might be. It looks like it's
Feedback.
Yeah.
well, it's a long thing. It's a little characters.
Yep. So we don't try to memorize it. We'll type it in by hand.
Let me copy with.
Yeah, I hope you can copy that link. Otherwise, you'll get RSI
Where's the link?
at that top there.
Oh my God.
Yep,
Can you email that to me?
I can. How about I email it to you, John? Yeah, assuming I can find where's mine? There it is. There it is. Okay. I look like Jupiter. Okay, John, I've just sent you that link as an email, in case that helps. Yeah, it will look like little spots on Jupiter or something. Looks like John stuff.
Hang out. I have read and understood the conditions, and okay, got it. And I'm going to join. And there we go. Gotcha.
Hey.
And there we go. Gotcha.
Good.
So if you click on John,
Yeah, I'll click
do
on
you see
John.
John?
Yeah, it's everything's all choppy, and I'm getting sound from all kinds of. Everything's all choppy, and I'm getting sound all kinds of places.
So we've probably got Skype going as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have. I'm reluctant to kill Skype because we suddenly might find it hard to talk to John. So yes, we're thrashing. I mean, really, the university's bandwidth and system should be able to cope with this easily. The fact that it doesn't says something about USQ's ICT set up, I'm afraid. But we are still communicating. Just have to assume the audio is choppy. So, John, do you see our screen?
Yeah, I do. Well, what I see is your camera.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Well, what I see is your camera.
Okay. We're getting it twice because we're getting it once via YouTube and we're getting it once via Skype.
Mm.
So what I'm seeing, John, is your video, which is just a blue body with a blue background. Video's not working.
Probably because my camera is used by Skype. So let's see what happens. Turn that off. Turn that off.
In fact, I can probably do something similar here. And that's off already.
So our video there is coming via the Hangout.
Yes. So yes, we are broadcasting
To the world.
Should have done my hair today.
Yes. Ah, there's John
There's John.
in Hangouts.
Good. So we're getting what we need.
I can do this. No.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. Very good.
So you were sharing your desktop.
I was just
in-
sharing a window on my desktop. Yeah. So let's see. Let me try this. All right. Let me share.
So John, I might actually hang up the Skype call
Okay.
and we'll just use Google, shall we?
Yeah, sure. Let's try it.
Okay, so you're still there on Google, John, by the looks of it.
I am, yeah, and your Skype connection's gone.
We got rid of the echo. We had your voice twice.
Yeah. Let me get rid of that. Get rid of that. All right. You still there, huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
we are here. You can see us, we can see you. Audio is
Okay.
good.
Now let me try a screen share again and I'll.
Okay.
I seem to have lost it. Oh, I see. Wait a minute. There it is. Okay. All right, now. Okay.
Very good. Cloudy and cold at Mount Kent.
Yeah.
Can't see that it's cold.
So.
Toowoomba did have snow once, John. At least once. The snowflakes, I'm told,
Yeah.
melted before they reached the ground. But I suppose what I'm saying is, in the most extreme situation, you could imagine a snowflake or two at Mount Kent. But we've never ever recorded it. Very good.
There you go.
We see the trees moving in the westerly winds.
Yeah. Right.
The westerlies at Mount Kent. Yes, it looks rather cold, dry, barren
It does, doesn't it?
place, doesn't it? Yeah.
So the way I understand it now, since you made this live, if anybody had this link, then they could be viewing this, and then you could send invitations out. But there's a way for YouTube to be aware of it and to promote it on your behalf, but I don't know how to do that.
No, that's fine.
But technically, this video feed could be anything from a live video camera outside, or it could be just a screen grab from one of our other cameras or from DS9 or however you wanted to do that.
Yeah.
So there we are now at a nice balmy 28°C tonight.
Yep. Warm night, all right.
Yep.
Amazing. We're sitting together in a global village, John.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive, really.
Yeah.
Sky temperature.
Here we go.
It's a clear night.
So
Although it
which
isn't
one are
dark yet,
you,
is it?
John? Which
We're
state is
right there.
yes, I see. Following the Ohio.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right there
so-
by the cursor.
Moving, it's tilted east to west, a state that moves east to west, which is why you have such a time zone problem.
Yeah, it's pretty long this way.
Yeah. Very good.
That's great.
I can see your house, John.
Just about, yeah, right. Yeah. So I don't know. There's a little hint of cloud up there. I guess it's pretty not a good night for us.
Okay.
We're supposed to have thunderstorms tonight. Well, there are actually stars up. So
Nice.
see
Oh,
that
and a satellite.
there's Ursa Major. It's probably an airplane, most likely.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, I get you. Yeah, it's the winking light on the plane.
Yeah. But yeah, it's dark in the dome right now. So,
Yeah.
I think I've got the lights on in there. There's the roll roof.
Is that the Paramount on there? Yes.
Yeah, that's the Paramount and a Takahashi 12-inch, and then the Takahashi that you have is parallel to that on the far side. You can't see it.
Yeah.
There's a C14 in there too, right there. Yeah. Yeah, I was working. I was just adding some controls to that a couple of days ago out there, and was working in the dome. Let's see if I can find this, because I sent the picture to Karen. Yeah, here it is. I'm not sure. This probably won't show. I think I probably have to
I can but try.
change the sharing here. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I probably can't show it because it's embedded. It comes up in another window. I'm not sure how to do that. Let me see. Oh, okay, and then I do it again. All right, so hang on just a second here. All right. Now let's try this again. Yeah, okay, there we go. Okay, there. Okay, so this this is inside the roll roof, and I've been working in there for a few hours. It was just yesterday afternoon. Friday afternoon, I guess. And I got ready to leave, but I turned and looked up at the rafters, and then this guy was looking back at me. I don't know whether you can see him there.
We're still waiting.
Right there.
Yeah. We're seeing the blue man instead of video per se.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, it says I'm screen sharing. Well, I don't know. I'm supposed to be sending it, but oh well.
Aha. Oh, I saw something there momentarily, John.
Oh, okay.
It looked like the interior of a roof.
Yeah. Let me try that again.
It was on the screen for about 1 second, then disappeared and came back.
Yeah, it's probably too much for it here. Let me see if I can do this another way.
I just realized that John and I have analogous offices, windowless offices off the lab.
Yeah. Do you have a windowless office? I thought you had a window.
Well, I've got both, you see. I have an office with a window at Springfield and one without a window here at Toowoomba. Funny thing is, Grant and I learned, the head of school and I learned the other day, that my official transfer to Springfield actually hasn't happened yet. Human Resources still show me as a Toowoomba employee. So it doesn't really matter, to be honest. I have a bus, I have a computer, I have Wi-Fi, and I have 2 places to work as required. So eventually the paperwork will catch up with me.
So you're going to be officially at Springfield, or you already are? Or?
No, well, I thought I was officially at Springfield, but no, apparently not yet. But it's largely inconsequential, John.
We see rafters.
We see rafters, yes. Now,
okay. So now
we're looking for someone in the rafters. Now, is that... We're looking for a snake in the rafters, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know. You see a cursor, maybe?
Yeah, I see him.
Yes.
We see him, yep.
Yeah.
In fact, he's all the way to there, yes?
Yeah, that's part. He's all the way across here, and that's his head right there.
Right. What sort of snake is he, John?
He's a rat snake, or we call black rat snake. They're non-poisonous, harmless mousers. Really good at cats.
Good.
We need one of those in the.
Yeah.
Well, a few of those in the.
Yes, our equivalents are usually poisonous.
Yeah, right.
Well, we could have a carpet snake in.
We could have a carpet snake.
Yeah.
We'll put in a request.
You heard that night when I caught 8 mice, and then you.
Wow, 8.
Yeah.
Didn't realize it was that many.
Yeah. One after the other.
Would your snake be university property, or would it be his own snake?
Yeah, I don't know. It's
have to give it a staff ID and
staff ID,
Wi-Fi account.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I was working away, and there'd be a click. Go and get another one out and add it to its line of corpses outside.
Oh, roads. I trapped a mouse at Siding Spring once in the lodge, and the note was left by one of the other astronomers, murderer. So, yes. Now Lynette and I take a very relaxed view to mice now. They can come and stay with us. It's the dogs that, of course, that chase them.
Yeah.
Well, I'm impressed, John. You've got an additional staff member.
Yeah, well, I think he's probably a relative of the original observatory snake. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I've had them out in that building for a long time.
Yeah.
And the first time I found him was when he was living in the inside the Paramount.
Right.
You know, in the back of the Paramount where there's the altitude adjustment, the little black, the little black knob, and he would coil up in that area, kind of around that knob and into that little alcove, and spend the night there. So you'd go out and observe at night, and he'd be in that little spot, you know, and the eyepiece is probably just, you know, a few centimeters away.
Well, I know he's harmless, John, but it's still better you than me.
Yeah. Well, it was funny just because I hadn't noticed him at all, and then he definitely was watching me. I mean, he just little beady-eyed, little slithery tongue, just keeping track of me.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Well, you now have an observatory mascot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great-granddaddy was one of the original founders of Moore Observatory, by the sounds of it.
He was, yeah, one of the original settlers, yeah. And he has indigenous rights, I think. So.
Yes, it's his land that you built an observatory on.
Exactly right. Yeah.
But he seems to be compatible with modern use of the place, which is good.
Anyway, you know, we could use this technology, or you know, for our classes, Zoom or Evo or something. You know, whatever suits, I think would be fine.
Sure. Yes, it was sport for choice, I think.
Yeah.
The roads. Good day, John. Okay, I guess we'll have a break while I have a chance to have lunch, and then I now realise I have 2 meetings at 2 o'clock.
Well,
there was a meeting with the Deputy Vice Chancellor scheduled for tomorrow, but I discovered all too late that it's actually been shifted to today.
Yeah.
And so given it's at Springfield campus, I'll just use the phone or Zoom or Skype or something. It's no big deal.
How does the multiple campus thing work for you? I mean, do you, so that you still teach at Toowoomba, or do you have to, you just have a permanent base in one place and sort of a foot in both? Or
best way to describe it, John, is I've no fixed abode. So some days I'm at Springfield, some days I'm here. My teaching is essentially online, so it really doesn't matter where I am.
Okay.
And I work at home, as you know, sometimes just to get things done. All the postgraduate supervision, though, tends to get done here in Toowoomba because we've got Belinda and Matthew. External Skype chats with students tends to be with Stephen, who's based in Toowoomba. So yeah, postgrad stuff tends to be teaching, or supervision. It's a Toowoomba thing. Springfield, I think, is more about possibilities than reality. There's labs and there's opportunities for new courses and growth in courses, but that really hasn't happened yet, John.
Yeah.
Springfield is as much about the future as Toowoomba is about the present and the past.
Yeah.
And yes, I'll just go as required wherever I'm required. Yeah. As long as I have I bumped into another Deputy Vice Chancellor who quipped when she saw me that, Brad, basically, as long as you have a laptop and a Wi-Fi, you can work anywhere.
Anywhere you want, right. Yeah,
that's it,
right.
Yeah. Right. Okay, good. So, John, I don't think there's anything urgent to talk about. In the fullness of time, we'll talk about telescopes, project planning, funding, all those thorny issues that probably need to be dealt with, but I think we can leave that to another time. I don't think there's anything urgent or terribly important to discuss right now, is there, Rhodesy?
After this, could I just talk about tomorrow, John, when I'll be out? And
well, we can do that now, Rhodes. I'll just fiddle here. I'll just do 1 or 2 things parallel with your chat.
Okay.
John, I did find out what comport the filter wheel was on. I was wondering, would you have a chance to change XM's or whatever program it was?
Yeah, I will. Before you go out tomorrow.
Yeah. Or if if you like, if there's anything you'd like to work with me tomorrow,
Take it a minute.
I know. You know, people are inquiring here about. We had a bit of a talk about the website for the CDK20, and I guess whenever you get a chance,
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
you know, we could start that process. You know, of
We
trying.
can do that. Yeah. I guess I'd need also with you, some clarity on what you want to do about, we were going to host your website on Mount Kent One. And
Yes, I haven't sort of spent any time thinking about that.
yeah, I just remember we looked at it, it was possible, and we copied some things over, but I haven't done anything on it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if we had a spot where we knew we could work from, and it can be Mount Kent One because the server's running, and I think the port 80 is open in your network, so anybody could see it.
Yes.
We can use that as a jumping off spot to control any of the telescopes. So I had gotten pretty far along and then just stopped working on it for a while. So I'll have to go back and see where we are and what it's going to take to pick that up again. I think all the software components were done. On the telescope side, there was some website stuff that I hadn't finished. So yeah, let me get into that a little bit.
I realized you were busy until August. You know, I remember.
Yeah, I got this other stuff going on. I've been working on that the last couple of weeks, but I think I finished most of the hard stuff. I've got one report that's due right now that I have to finish.
Yeah.
If I can get that out, I should be mostly open to work on things.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, well, just, you know, I've got things I can keep doing at Mount Kent, but, you know, anytime, you know, you'd like me to do stuff, let me know.
Yeah. Well, it seemed like we're close to being able to just try to remotely observe some night.
With the CDK 700?
With the CDK 700, is that true?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say, I guess the most, you know, I can certainly push the dome round.
Yeah, but we can hold off until we've got that where we can rotate it, and then just try to get all those pieces together and then see where we need to fix some software to make it work. The one missing piece is to connect our telescope control software to their server that's running on the Windows virtual machine. And
Yes.
I think when I looked at it, it looked like it was really straightforward, but I haven't tried to do it. So that would be a clear missing thing to fix. But if we had that, then we'd probably be pretty much ready to go.
Okay.
And we can always run the virtual machine remotely, so that works.
Run it remotely. Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah, through a virtual
VNC.
VNC.
Yeah. So I was going to test the filter wheel, if I can, tomorrow. Test the new rotator. I'll get the details of monitors for Canopus. What types of monitors are needed?
Yeah, you put anything on it you want, I think.
Can you mix monitors? You know, in the sense, you know, if you've got multiple screens.
Yeah, you can. I guess it gets there's some issues about, you know, because you've got a desktop spread across monitors. It helps if they're both the same. But some people use like a vertical monitor and a horizontal one. So if you've got something you want to look at vertically, you just shove it over into that other monitor.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I think as far as the hardware is concerned and and the configuration, it's pretty flexible. I don't. And
Right.
that graphics card that's on Canopus, I think it takes well, it's got HDMI on it and a DVI connector, and then should have 2 DVIs and an HDMI maybe. So, and then you can use an RGA to DVI if you only had an RGA monitor. But I think it controls better if you can do the DVI.
Right. Okay.
We've been using. I've still got some DVI around here. I think this monitor is DVI, but mostly new ones, if we were building from scratch, we'd use an HDMI.
Right.
Just because the cable's easier to handle.
Yes. Is the DVI the one with like a flattened USB?
Yeah, it's got an awful lot of pins on it. No, that's HDMI. It's a flattened USB. And the DVI connector is that multi-pin connector that comes in like 3 or 4 different variants, depending on which pins you use. And there's some large slots that are different in different variants, so that you can't just plug one into another.
Right.
Yeah.
John, you've heard the quote, no doubt. That's the nice thing about standards. There are so many to choose from.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly right. Yeah. Right. Yeah, and letters, combinations of letters too. You just pick your letter combination. It'll correspond to some standard somewhere.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Like reading a scientific paper today. It's all in knowing the code. You have to know.
Yes. Yeah. So if there's anything else you can think of, John, that I should be doing tomorrow?
Not really, Rhodes. You've done an awful lot. I mean, great to see the telescope actually there and working. So.
Yeah. I'm encouraged.
Yeah. Sorry. Should get light coming in.
There is one thing at the back of my mind was, I seem to be having some tracking issues at longer than 100 seconds.
Yeah.
I should look into at some stage.
Yeah, we'll get a little more experience. The more you use it, maybe we can pin that down better for them and figure out what's going on.
It's certainly very usable at the moment, I think.
Seemed like it. I mean, the images you were getting were really nice. So
yeah,
we should be able to do some interesting stuff with it. And I think being able to use the same pointing model for both ports and just being aware of the differences in pointing in public be pretty helpful. So we get to the point where we try to do spectroscopy on that other port. I'm pretty sure we could pretty much select the star and get it into that field of view camera on the other port, and then just guide it onto a slit or something like that. We'll just have to try it and see how it works.
Ultimately, if we can generate a pointing, I think we will be able, like, it's only a few hours work generating a pointing model for the other.
Right. But the problem would be, you'd be switching back and forth between them. I don't know, you don't want to restart. So like if you're on a target, say you use the science camera to acquire a field and make some measurements, then you just want to flip over to the other port. Do you have to restart the telescope to do that? You don't.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, you really probably wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah.
I think the power of that flip mirror is that you can just switch quickly from one instrument to another while the telescope stays in the same place. And then if we knew, it seemed like if you knew the offset in altitude and azimuth for that mirror flip,
yes,
you could quickly calculate how you'd have to reset the telescope to at least get the target pretty close to center and then pull in from there.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll build up some experience on that.
Yeah, we just have to try it. Let's see.
Well, all right. So we'll wait until we've got the RFID reader going, and then start using that at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I don't know whether you saw, John. I had a look at interfacing the time machine's GPS.
I saw that, and I kind of set it in the back of my mind to think about it and then respond maybe after some thought. But yeah, I suppose it depends on how we want to use that camera, whether that's worth your effort. But
yeah. I sort of, I was looking at doing it directly, using the time machine's 1 second pulse into the camera, and it seemed to sort of be awkward and.
Well, if you were taking images every second and your exposure times were just slightly less than a second,
yes,
then that's going to be fine. But
yes.
If you wanted to go more rapidly and keep the timestamps accurate,
yes,
or have longer exposures and use like every fourth tick or something,
yes.
Then you need something between the time machine. It's like a smart time machine.
Yes.
That understands the time coding and understands what you want to do, and it intercedes on your behalf to make the camera behave right. Yeah. Interesting.
Whereas with a micro, you just have the 1 second coming into it, and they would be a capture. They would trigger. You'd have a counter running, say at a megahertz, and those 1 second pulses would be capture a time mark, so that you could work out how many 1 megahertz clicks
Right.
were 1 second apart, and then you can set in a compare register when you want the frame start pulse to occur,
Right.
and it'll go high, when that occurs.
Yeah.
And
in the back of my mind, I was just wondering what we might need that for. I mean, why? I mean, I can see it would be interesting in some applications. I don't know at the telescope where that would be particularly something we would
need.
Yeah.
I was just I was thinking of Leslie's application in particular, where they wanted fairly accurate timing. I don't know whether at sort of millisecond.
Well, what we're getting right now is if you trigger the way it would work, and you would trigger on a tick mark, so your start time would be accurate to that.
Yes.
That would be precise, and then you'd buffer the 1,000 images, say, that you would take.
Yes.
And so your uncertainty in the timing of those images would be the uncertainty in the frame rate, which I think is it's better than 0.1% from what I've seen. So
they had a figure of 50 ppm parts per million for the clock in the Mantis, so you get it pretty accurate.
It's pretty accurate. And it's certainly far more accurate than the duration of the exposure. So you begin to wonder, if your exposure is pretty long and the uncertainty of the timing of your exposure is, a few tens of microseconds or maybe a millisecond out of a second long exposure, does it really matter? But if we were looking at pulsars, it might be something.
Yes. Yeah. All right. We'll keep thinking about it. And,
Yeah.
I might have a play a bit with just see how easy or hard it is. Yeah. I just like the idea of there being a uniform mechanism which worked whether you asked for a 10 millisecond.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. No matter what you do, you're not really limited. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Okay. Well, are you going to be out there tomorrow, or?
Give you yeah.
So I'll probably check in with you, and I'll get that serial port set up one way or the other, either fixed for now or so that it's smart. I'm not sure which. Depends on how much time I have.
Oh, it was only if you had a chance. Like it's not critical it'd be done tomorrow. It was just,
as far as I know, to get it set up for a particular port is just changing that define and the software and recompiling and linking it over. Wouldn't take 10 minutes to do it.
Yeah.
And which means it probably will turn into a 3-hour job, but
yes. While you're trying to remember how it all worked.
Exactly right. Yeah.
And John, are you ultimately intending to use the XPA server on?
Everything's running on XPA now. There's some pieces that aren't finished yet, but for the most part, it's all done.
Okay, good. Yeah. All right, I'll let you.
Okay.
Must be getting late there too.
Yeah, it's a little after 11, but it's still the night's young, so we got a lot.
You must be an astronomer, John. Okay, mate. Okay. Gonna have a quick bite to eat, then I got some meetings to do.
Get some lunch, and I'll talk to you again soon about whatever, right?
Sure.
Maybe physics education one of these days. There's some interesting stuff going on.
I will be in touch about that at some point. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Many things to talk
about. Okay. All right.
Okay, mate. See you.
See you. Thanks, bro. Bye-bye.